Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular View.
Thank you all for clicking on our faces.
Blue flag with all that.
Okay, so I wrote down some notes.
Shots do that. I don't want to sit too hard. That's twice. That'll probably go over about as well as Colonel Busy.
Because there was no Jay White sighting.
Hey, just straight up gangbanging. This story has been fit. You gotta pay attention.
So Unpopular Review does not. What is she the CEO of, Chris? Jesus, golly. Let's start the show.
Welcome back, ladies.
Hi, can everybody hear me?
I can hear you just good, Cactus. How you doing?
I am good. I am glad to be here. How's everybody's week going?
Week is lifing.
Standard.
Life
Standard week. How's your week?
Shay, what are you laughing at?
Because of that's like my second time listening to the opening, and it just always catches me off guard when I yell, "There's no Jay White sighting!" Like it just cracks me.
You always catch yourself in there. Yes,
Well,
I catch myself, and I was like, "Wait, that's me." The first time I heard that.
Exactly.
I hated it for a long time because I did, and then it started to warm up to the fact. But I'm like, okay, I'm the screamer. Pause. I didn't. Okay. All right, let's just play it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular View.
Thank you all for clicking on our faces.
Blue flag with all that.
Okay, so I wrote down some notes.
Shots do that. I don't want to sit too hard. That's twice. That'll probably go over about as well as Colonel Busy.
No.
Because there was no Jay White sighting.
Hey, just straight up gangbanging. This story has been fit. You gotta pay attention.
So Unpopular Review does not. What is she the CEO of, Chris? Jesus, golly. Let's start the show.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention my part on that. Like, it's great.
Well, we all know how I feel about Charlotte Flair. So, but we are here, guys. Welcome to the challenging times, the after show here on Unpopular View Entertainment. I am joined by. I'm sorry, bad guy Jack. Sorry. I got two girls with me tonight, so therefore I'm the one that's winning today. So, how you ladies been doing?
We're good. We're good. It was a good week, and yeah, ready for another challenge review.
What an episode, though.
Yeah, different. It was like
It was different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, Katie. No, I was go ahead, Katie.
No, I was just gonna say I'm surprised. I'm kind of surprised, but not surprised because we didn't see any elimination last week. So we knew it was coming, but this week there was no challenge, no competition. So other than the elimination. So that just kind of threw me off guard. I was like, is there going to be a daily or not? But
I absolutely loved it, though. Like, Shay, this is our fourth time now doing the challenge review. And I always tell you, for me, my best part are the dailies and the eliminations. I hate all the in-between stuff because I've been watching it for so long. I know the dynamics, so I get over hearing the cat fighting, if you will, so to speak, right?
oh,
So
there's
for
still
me,
that.
it was still there, but it was in the arena, right? So for once, I loved it. I actually loved this because you got to realize they're sending a lot of people home, right? In one episode or two here, right? So like that was a lot to cover. But I will say this before Shay gets us started with our order of the show. Excuse my language, mama, but Killer Cam, can you please drop that 0 and find your ass a hero? Because Leroy is just dead fucking weight. Okay? I'm sorry, Leroy. As a black man, you are continuing to disappoint me in this challenge. How the hell you gonna let punk ass Tony, I'm gonna repeat what I just said. How you gonna let punk ass Tony pick you up and throw you out of that? Really? You supposed to ran through his ass the way that Nia ran through Amanda's ass. Point blank, period, end of discussion. You're a big disappointment, and I'm ashamed because I love you so much, and I always cheered for you, and I'm just like, damn. And that's the words of my wife. My wife said that. She said, it's got to be hard carrying Leroy as much as Cam does. And I mean, damn, dude, you're going to come back to lay an egg in the first. This is your elimination. You literally have a hawk tattooed on you, okay? The greatest line in the adventure is, we have a hawk. You have a hawk tattoo on you, and you came out like, I don't know, Roger Rabbit. Like, it was just embarrassing. I'm sorry. I just wanted to get that off my chest, ladies. Leroy, please, other than your skin, where's your blackness? I mean, you do got cancer, so I'm going to stop. I still love you, though, Leroy. All right? So if I ever meet you next year in Vegas, I'm coming for WrestleMania. I'm going to come get a haircut at your barbershop, if it's still there. All right? Because I do love you. But damn, dude, you're a disappointment.
Well, I mean, what we found out from last week, he has a 2-week-old baby at home. He was ready to go.
That's even more reason to have that Ubitro going. That's all I'm saying. $1 million is on the line. $1 million. And
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, my mic. Sorry, my mic is terrible today. Yeah, it wasn't the best. I honestly just feel like he came for one of those, like, appearance checks, which is fine. Hey, I hear they pay a lot for the older people.
The older people? I don't think there's that much.
I meant like the older vets, the OGs. Listen, I'm in that era, okay? So I can't talk about myself by saying that.
Okay. So we know I'm in era 1 then, right? So I'm younger than Mark, though. So
Mark,
okay.
Listen, I'm gonna get into him because I genuinely feel like he lost that elimination on purpose, because I remember WrestleMania was just coming up around the time when the show was being aired. I said, watch Mark lose just so he can make it to WrestleMania time. That man was at WrestleMania. He was immediately after. So I'm just saying.
He's also a producer. So I don't think he's ever going to win.
I didn't even notice that Mark's a producer. Okay. That's like, we just got finished watching the Vampire Diaries over. We finished the whole season. I realized that last season that Damon and Stefan were executive producers like the whole entire last season. I was like, oh, okay. So, all right. Learn something new every day. All right, Cactus Catie. Appreciate that. All right, Marco.
He was at least of All-Stars. I'm not exactly sure if Julie Perez has got him in on this part, but he was a producer of All-Stars.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same. But let's get into this recap. We're gonna start. I'm just gonna go over what happened last week with just them winning the daily. Well, Laurel, actually, she had a big milestone. She actually was not the first person, but she beat a record of being the person to beat 39 people in a daily. No one's ever done that before. I just want to say that because
nice.
They keep trying to say stuff. Also, the Theo Pauly feud kind of feels so fabricated and fake, but it gave us a fantastic elimination, so I'm okay with it. How did you guys feel about the Pauly Theo feud?
Scuffle. Yeah, I like Pauly as a character. I liked him. But I think he has a hard time on this show. And Theo, I love Theo. I think he was great back in, what was it, 24, maybe? It's been a while since he's been on it. I don't remember exactly which, don't quote me. But he was great then, and he's going to run it this season, I think. Wow, guys. I can't hear either one of them.
Paulie's best contribution was the fact that he said, I tie her up. She doesn't know how to untie knots.
Oh, that was
the best thing that he said. Okay. So
yeah. And then Cara Maria coming saying that's the rules.
That's the rules. So, from one exhibitionist to someone who hears an exhibitionist, I thought that was pretty dope that he said that. And the fact that she stood back and did her, the submissive that she was. And I thought that was pretty cool, personally, just for me.
They're very public about that stuff. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, Cara Maria being the unicorn that she is also. So,
Yeah.
So some quick briefs on some things that were said. Tori still hates Amanda, which, rightfully so, because Amanda be coming at that girl's head, and Tori is always kind of like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Please stop. Let's be cool. And Amanda's like, no, I hate you. I hate you, and I want you to burn every time. Amanda, she entertains me because we need those characters, but I do feel like the Tori beef is so like unnecessary because Tori does not want to, but you know what? She was biting back today. Even with her, she's saying, I'm so scared. I'm literally terrified because we already have seen Tori literally backpack Amanda in an elimination. So there's no real, like, she knows there's no real competition in terms of physically. How do you guys feel about their whatever it is between Tori and Amanda, honestly?
I'm sorry. I hate Amanda.
I'm a huge Tori fan. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I can't. Everything about it. To me, anybody who wants to be a devil, I can't cheer for you. That's just me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm the devil. Well, then you should burn. Okay, that's how I feel. So, oh, I'm strong. I'm gonna do it for my kid. Okay, that's everybody's motivation. Guess what? I got 4 kids. Damn it. Okay, and life is still lifing. Okay, yes, we all know when you have a baby, you go on for your child. I don't have to keep telling the world because we all know you have a child. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. Don't have me pull that church card, devil. You having a baby out of wedlock, you know. But I won't do that because a lot of people do, and I did too at first. So I'm not. My house has glass stones and it's got some holes in it. So go ahead, Catie.
I like her story. I think she's a great character on the show. She is a correctional nurse, so I'm all for that. But she is just really wild for me. And I love Tori. I love Tori on all levels. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I've always been a Tori person, like, before anything. Me and Amanda, we started off on the wrong foot because she was making fun of my girl Kayla, and everyone knows my absolute favorite is Kayla. And you cross Kayla, you cross me forever. But yeah, Amanda, just leave that girl alone. And honestly, Corey, I'm gonna say it. Corey is never going to win the challenge because he plays a stupid game. Whether you agree with Amanda and what she does, she's literally saying, I want to have your back. Corey, you literally are saying you have no one. And yet someone who is vehemently saying, I want to have your back, you're like, no, go in elimination because I want to. And this is exactly what he did on USA. Come on, Mike. You saw it. He just kept playing everyone else's game to be safe. He plays the safe game all the time to stay in the background. And where does that get you? 0 wins. I'm so sick of it.
But having Amanda have your back is like having a knife in your back, though. So I kind of get Corey in this one. I agree with you. I think he does play a scared game, right? He depends on his athletic ability to get him by, which he should. I'm in favor of guys and girls in general. I don't care about going in the arena. I'm going to come back kind of scenario. But it is a political game at the same time because it is a TV show. So it's a lot of different variables that go into winning this game. And politicking is one of those things. And Corey's pretty shit at it. But my whole thing is that it was Amanda saying, I got your back. And that's why I'm like.
They also threw Nelly in there.
Yeah.
Doing it for Nelson. And I'm like, okay, that's one way to do it.
Let's go, Nelson. Sorry about that.
He said, I don't care. He said, what else?
So
exactly.
Amanda, anything with Amanda to me, I'll be back. Yeah, I bet you will be because you're still a loser. So it's like it ain't like Laurel said, I got your back, Corey. You know what I'm saying? It's Amanda. What has Amanda want? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it has a little more weight for it, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see that. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
So now we can move on to these because the whole entire episode was literally eliminations and some flashback here and there.
Loved it.
This is a lot. So we have the first era 3, that was balls in. You already kind of touched on Leroy and Tony, but I still want to talk a little bit more about it. I was shocked. Now, I know we were saying a lot about Amanda and, she's not the best competitor, but I was shocked at how much of a fight she put up against Naya, considering Naya is up here and Amanda is down here. I was pretty impressed. She got the first ball in. Come on, Mike. You got it.
But
Shay.
Naya's soft. Naya's soft.
Yeah, you know what? That's why her and Leroy were a couple, because they both soft. Okay, that's point blank what it is. I'm sorry. I again, Issa Rae taught me a long time ago at the Oscars. If you've been on the part of this network, you already know what I'm gonna say, Shay. They said, Issa, who you cheering for? She said, always bet on black. Right? So I'm always like, let's go. And then you get in there and you go, you suck. Okay? Naya should have, and I'm sorry, editing is a motherfucker. Okay? And they edited the hell out of that. That was not a contest. She ran through that girl. The only thing that was good was that she missed the dunk the first time. Okay? A man that never had a chance. For once, I don't think Naya was soft in this one. However, all I kept thinking, and this is a bad part of me, and I apologize, people. I'm a little different. And let me just say this. The thoughts and opinions said on this program does not belong to everybody on Pop Review Entertainment or the Big Pop Theory. They belong solely to Mike Knoxxx. Okay? But come back, Shay, come back. But all I kept thinking was, is she going to be okay? She has a vaping problem. Can she breathe if she does this? Like, I kept thinking, I was thinking about her health. It wasn't me. I was like, is she healthy enough to do this? Yeah.
No, literally blood clots. And last episode, I think was it Laurel that came up to her and asked her, you know, how's it going? And she said that she was cleared. Everything's good. She hasn't had any problems. But yeah, vaping has seriously ruined her lungs. So
I was kind of worried. That's all. But I don't think Amanda posed a problem. I don't think Amanda put up a fight. Every time I watch these shows, we know they're editing. Come on. I watch way too much reality TV. Okay, I watched way too much. It was completely edited. That's why I got mad, and I went that way because the fact that my girl Nerese is gone and she left, who I call Challenge Jesus, in the house by himself. I'm a little upset about that, so I'll pause.
You never leave a man at a bar by himself.
And she left a man by himself in a house full of hyenas.
I don't have a lot to say about that. I think we're gonna be butting heads on that one.
I don't know about that relationship because Horatio Jesus challenge might be that's all I'm saying. They're coming after your man, girl.
I thought he said that was his last season.
They're still going very strong. I will say that to this day.
Till we see
I think Horacio said that was his last season, though. I think he posted something saying that was his last one. I definitely feel like I saw that. He does a lot of shows like in different countries most times that are like, so I think he's more invested in that.
Well, if he does, and what did he say? And Rocky 4, if he does, he does. But he should come back. That's all I'm saying. I love Horacio. I want to see him win. So
yeah. But what was the next one that we went to after?
We already kind of talked about Leroy and Tony, and that was just very shocking to me. Like I'm so very shocked at how that went because I just feel like Tony has his times. Yes, we know the name Tony Time, but most times his time is not on. His time is not on. The watch is broken. So I was just shocked at the dominance of this. And I was also with Leroy. I was like, whoa, like, especially from how I feel like he competed much better on All Stars. So I was just a little bit taken aback by this.
I'm going to go with Cactus Catie saying what she said. And you know what? I apologize, Leroy. Maybe you were missing your family. I'm sorry. But as a father, remember, as we're all wrestling fans here, remember Leo Rush? Remember Leo? We talked about that too, Shay, when he left the show because he was missing his family. I remember saying, you knew that going in, right? I always look at the show when people go, oh my God, what's this elimination? The show has been on for 39 other seasons. When you know you're going in, like us who are just fans, you're supposed to watch the shows to know what's going to happen, how to do the events, and get an upper leg. If you're not studying Jordan, if you're not studying Bananas, if you're not studying Laurel in the greats of this game, then why are you in the game, right? So some people deserve to just lose because they don't do their damn homework, okay? Now, what do you get D's and everything, okay? So that's just what it is for me. Come on.
Don't get me started. My least favorite challenger ever in history. Don't get me started on that.
There were so many better options than this.
Quite literally.
A lot more better options, for real.
All right, Arrow 1 pole wrestle. Now I felt like this was so unfair to Mark because Derek, again, as he said, is the king of. The only person that can beat Derek in a pole wrestle is Wes.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
But the minute it was there, I was like, yeah, it's over, Mark. Get your WrestleMania tickets. This is not happening for you. But what did you guys think? Because Mark did put up a fight. It wasn't just like a blowout.
No, of course. Of course.
But the thing, that's a mother over there yawning, y'all. She's like, man, it's late. I got another show to do after this. What upset me, though, is in the opposite side of that pole wrestle, we had Anissa and Catie, right? And I'm thinking the opposite, honestly. I get it's Derek. Derek is, I love what he said, father, husband, pole wrestler, right? I get it. However, Mark outweighed him by at least 30 to 40 pounds.
Yeah.
The same way Anissa outweighed Catie like 30 to 40 pounds. With all due respect, there are certain things that are made for you to win. All these contests tonight in the finals outside of the last one were rigged towards the bigger person. And the bigger person should have won those events. So Nia wins. She's bigger, right? Tony and Leroy about the same size, but Leroy's supposed to have a little bit more girth. Should have probably won, but he didn't. That's where you show heart. Derek just had more heart than Mark because Mark is strong, at least physically. That's why I always told guys, I don't care how many times you lift weights. That don't mean anything. Where's your heart at, right? So I wonder if Catie gave a little spoiler by saying he might still be a producer, right? And then lose because about 2 All-Stars ago, he said he wasn't coming back. And now he's done another All-Star, and now he's done this. So where's your heart at, Mark? Because you should have beat Derek, in my opinion, the same way Anissa annihilated Catie because you put that weight in there. And let's just say this before you go, Captain. Anissa, I will always go for you in a pole wrestle. But I will never pick you in a fight.
I agree on that one. She is actually has the record of being the first pole wrestling woman. They mentioned that tonight. I was like, that's a cool fact. Good for her to pull that one out. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, we got snaps? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she definitely did that.
Davis.
But let's not act like Catie did not put her in a head scissors submission. That was Catie, mother. I'm so sorry. I jumped. I was like, Daniel. Oh, I'm sorry, not Daniel Bryan. Brian Danielson, watch out. Katie's coming for you. Did you see it? She did it effortlessly. Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She's a little fighter. She always has been, though. She's scrappy. Mm-hmm. She will pull everything out for a win.
It's about having heart.
Yep.
But it's a lot of these things are about having heart. And Catie, she had no chance. She didn't, but she didn't give up. You know what I mean? No. Leroy, take notes.
Well, there's no height problem there. There was no height problem.
Yeah.
So Katie's not giving up unless she's on the cliff.
Hey, with all due respect, there's a lot of things I will do. I don't know if I can eat certain things they be eating, and I don't know if I can jump off them things they be jumping off of. Other than that, you got me. As long as my knees hold up, I got the heart to do it, right? I got bad knees. But other than that, I'm here. So, but man, 40 pounds, I would say. What you say? 30 ladies. I don't want to judge. I'm not trying to. She had to have Catie by at least 30, 40 pounds.
Oh, easily.
Right. So she wasn't supposed to lose that.
Maybe 120 at maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, she's only like 5'2".
Because as she's getting older, she can tell she's slimming down and things like that. Catie looks really good for her age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she can see she had the weight off. And Anissa just said, oh.
Just smashed it.
Bye-bye.
You know what? Mother Catie.
I mean, they respect each other, though. Yeah. They both respect each other.
That's something.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you're watching this show right now, please, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, please like, follow, subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification when we go live. You know we go live. We have a bunch of shows here on Unpop Review Entertainment, but that we know from the past here, the challenge really runs this section of Unpop Review because you guys, the fans, come out for this. We see the numbers back there right now. I want to say we thank you. We know this is a good
Yes.
show. It's been around for 40 seasons. So we have a little bit of leg up in the fan base in that era. So we appreciate you guys. Comment below, let us know, like, follow, subscribe, and share, y'all. We appreciate you.
Thank
It almost
you.
sounded like you read off a teleprompter. That's how good it was.
Like my president did last night, but he didn't need one. Mic drop. Pushing up Obama, baby. Go ahead.
So we are at era 4. Now, this for me was my favorite because I'm gonna put what happened to Paulie up there with what happened to Bananas with CT. That was embarrassing. That was one of the most embarrassing. Especially after Paulie talked so much crap right before. Oh, I'm about to get in here and do all this. Paulie talks so much crap, but the thing is, Paulie, you're not as good as you were back then. Back then, you had way more gas on the tank. Now it's just like it's not. No, it's gone. It's gone. You be talking like that's crazy.
He's a huge CrossFit guy, so he should have been able to do this a little bit more effectively. So I don't know what happened when he moved down to Florida. But when he was in Montana, he did a lot more strength training. So, yeah, no. I like Paulie, but he was not winning this one. And I do feel bad for Cara Maria in the fact that her, like, number one person is not there anymore.
Max, I thought I still saved it. We had it running last week, Captain, where I had the banana moment. With CT dog walking them down, we played it, and I'm with you. Next to that moment, like, you talked all that mess. The only thing about that moment that killed me, I'm sorry, Theo. Yeah. I just got finished coming out of the Olympics. So to hear you say, yeah, that's how the UK does it, I didn't like that. Okay? But you did earn it. You put Paulie on his back, and it was hilarious because, I mean, it wasn't like it was even close. Okay? No. There was no
editing that was going to fix that.
Oh no, there was editing. It was them showing how he popped his ass in the outer space somewhere.
Right, that's true. They did do that. That's right.
They did that. Paulie went home, and damn it, it's a shame. All right, so Cedar Hill, Texas. Thanks for checking in.
It's just for the way that he talked, like, that was so embarrassing. Even in the deliberation. All right, if you want me, come get me. Let's draw a line in the sand. Like, all this tough talk. And then you got literally, like, dragged. Like, literally actually dragged. Like, it was so embarrassing. But you know what? Humbling and needed, honestly. So next time, Paulie, if you get a call back, because you know they had you. It was not calling you for a little bit. If you get a call back, do better.
And I wonder if that had a lot to do with Cara Maria. They had to have Cara Maria. And Cara Maria said, I ain't coming back unless Paulie comes back. They do that sometimes.
I wish he had said no.
Right.
But we have Nerys versus Olivia. Now, this was funny to me because the way that they big this girl up, like, listen, I'm not saying she didn't do good, but the way that I saw someone do a ranking on TikTok and they ranked her above Rachel, and I almost jumped out of my 6th floor window because of this one season that she did with a bunch of people who are new and are not the legends that we have today. And you see when you get put on a season with all the legends where you rank up. I'm just saying, because that was crazy to me. But I feel like Olivia had to do this. Nerys literally just verbally online. It was so much after the episode with the thing. And I'm not saying Olivia was right for what she did. Definitely was wrong, but she didn't deserve all of the evil hate that was thrown at her that Nerys definitely amped up and hyped up for it to come to this. She needs to get that. She needs to get that humbling. And that listen, that's it. You know, Olivia, girl, I love you. You bobbed it out. I love it. The Bob is great. Bob Olivia lives on. What were your thoughts on this one specifically?
Well, Olivia is from Alaska. She is hardcore girl. She lived out in the wilderness. She has hunted. She will do whatever she needs to do. And that's why the challenge loves her. But I don't like I get the drama and I get why they pull things from other seasons to keep the storylines going. But this one's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? It's really not. It's part of the gameplay. Moving on. So we'll see how this goes. But who was it that she was super into?
Theo. Yes.
Yeah.
Theo.
So that'll be
her putting on the lip gloss while she's like, "Oh my god, Theo, that just turned me on."
Like, "Ooh, this is hot." I feel like I was watching Wanda all over again from Living Color. But I'm sorry, Norris. This was just not your night in a hall brawl. And again, as I said earlier, it's about the bigger persons should win this one. And I thought the first round was funny because they were like, "Hello, ladies, it's contact." Because they barely did touch each other. They went, "Oh, no, I'm okay." Right?
Me. Sorry.
And then the second time around, I'm sitting there saying, "Kick her in the face." Like she had Olivia down, right? Yeah. Kick her. Take your shoe off. Something. She had the advantage. And guess what? I hate to say this, Norris. It felt like she gave up in that, the way she let her drag her back. But I say this, to compare her to the greats like Rachel and them, that's not fair. To do that, those greats have done it multiple times. Yes. Right. She put away two of the best from that said season. But we don't know what Horacio is. We don't know what Kylan is yet because they did not win, okay? So she did do some things that were impressive, okay? And I said something to my wife. I said, well, is she better than Nani, right? And my wife said, you can't do that. Nani also has done it for a long period of time. So nothing against Norris. She just had a bad night. And people have bad nights, including greats.
Look at Johnny. That was a bad
night. Sometimes somebody just got to carry you, bro. He got carried. That's all. I had to find it. That's all.
You did it. You did it. Good job. But
that was him.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was saying Johnny was one of the greats, and look at him. Like, that was like one of the most embarrassing performances in an elimination. He's still considered one of the greats. Like, you're not. It's not always going to be your night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So.
And then also going back to the whole lipstick love on the challenge, you had Naya. A lot of people going after her. Josh and Kylan.
That was, first of all, I'm sorry. And you're welcome to the program, Cactus Catie, but you're about to find something out you kind of got a little piece of last week. I hate Josh. You already know, Shay. I cannot stand that dude. I cannot. The fact that he even said, ooh, that was pretty. Boy, stop lying. Go tell Saucy Santana hi. Stop playing. That's all I'm going to say.
I am not a Josh fan. I was never a Josh fan, even on Big Brother.
He cries too much. He cries too much. He whines too much. He acts like he's better than what he is, and he's not. And guess what? I'm going to say it again. There's not many people, my wife, if she hear me? All right, good. She told me to stop talking like this. I got 2 bad knees, Josh, and I will call you out any day of the week, bro. Just to show you that you're not that great, and I'm twice your age.
Oh.
Just being honest.
He was also a big bully on Big Brother. For someone who's always crying, he was a really big bully on Big Brother. So it never made sense. I've never been a fan of him. No.
And he don't have a facial to help him this year. Okay, so I know that he's been carried every single season.
Yes.
Okay, so let's not. Oh, you think because you got plats now, you're all of a sudden you're a gangster? No. I've seen people wear plats. I was watching Little League World Series earlier. No, it doesn't make you hard because you got braids. That just means you grew your hair out. Sorry.
Oh my god!
I can't stand him. I'm sorry.
I
just hate him.
You start talking about Josh. We have the last elimination, the I really, honestly, I hate this elimination. Of all the eliminations they could have brought back, this is so boring and tedious. I don't care about this. So
very interesting how they did it too.
Yeah, I was not. So Cara, Kellyanne, they did good knots, ties. Cara was freaking out for the first half. That's kind of like her thing. She freaks out and then she somehow just pulls it out. That's just her thing. I mean, she was a little bit annoying, like the whole episode.
It's very annoying.
The poor Misa, I get over it. The poor me. Everyone gets thrown into elimination. Every person that was thrown in there wasn't like poor me. The only person. It's tiresome. Like, okay, so you didn't want to be thrown into elimination. So who should have been thrown into elimination? Do you think you're better than everyone? That's her problem. The entitlement to think that somehow you shouldn't have been the one to be thrown in. So who then?
That's always the thing is somebody got to go. That's why I hate the politics part of the game, because you get that's one of the things why I love Jordan. Oh, you call my name? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that's part of the game. It's no hard feelings. People get their feelings. Oh, I know you for 20 years, and you're gonna throw me in like you're my first love, and you just don't like me. You're gonna leave it up to CT, and so you're gonna throw me in there. It's the game. It's a game. It's a million. Somebody has to win. We haven't figured out yet how many winners are going to be. They haven't told us that yet, right? We don't know if it's going to be one gets the whole million, or however that goes. So it's going to be two, a guy and a girl. So they probably split 500,000 each, right? So they're going to be one, right? So I mean, I learned that when I was a kid watching Transformers when Optimus Prime said, "One shall stand, one shall fall. Let this be our final battle." Like, come on. It's a competition, guys. Like, and girls, like, come on. Like, you go in there, you do your thing, you come back. And I really like to cheer for Carl Maria so much. I do, but the constant, I am a person who does not believe in self-doubt. It bothers me. Like, my whole life is dependent upon believing and having faith and moving through adversity and doing things. And when that comes, that gives you the strength you need to win. And Carmen Maria does it very well, but to hear her constantly complain and then win and then flip off everybody, giving them the finger, right? We talked about last week, Cactus, remember when Laurel won and she was doing the crop shopping and she lost to the Ninja Warrior chick. Like, be humble and you're winning. You were just crying a second ago and now you're flipping people off. Like, come on.
It's a challenge, though. It's all flash.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. So
it's just so I can't take it. I really can't take it. And then just like the dramatics of like, even when she was told about it, Paulie goes up to Johnny. What's going on, man? Paulie, get out of here. No one cares. No one cares. You had us. And then Johnny's like, and who else? Like, okay, I got you two. Like, is that supposed to be helpful to me in this game? Like, get out of my face. You know me, I'm not a big fan of Johnny, but like that was just so perfect. Just like, and who else? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't need you. I'm Johnny Bananas. I don't need you to make it far in this game. Like,
I need that MTV bucket hat he had on though. Yeah. I need that MTV bucket hat was fine.
It was.
I give Johnny that.
Well, so the people that went home today were
Brandon went home to Ryan, which was shocking to me. I did not think Brandon would lose. I was so sad.
Let's put a nickel in the meter real fast, Catie. I'm sorry.
No,
that
you're good.
Was funny because the way that the chains were, right? And I'm with you. I hate that event. I think we're all agreed. Like, that's the worst one to bring back. But I have to give Ryan credit because I'm watching him do this stuff. I'm saying, oh, dude, that's trash. Like, what are you doing? But at the same time, I felt like Brandon had not a single bit of
no challenge.
Like he didn't even have any. He wasn't rushing. He was like, "Oh, let me pick this apart and go." Yeah. Meanwhile, Ron's over here going Super Saiyan, throwing boulder bricks out the way and tree trunks, and leveling up to 107. And next thing you know, he's back there. And all of it, Brandon, you're gonna be remembered forever as the idiot that went home because you drunk a beer before your final. Okay, yeah. That's what I'm always gonna remember you for. The idiot that went home because he said only had but one beer. He said, "Yeah, we can't have you go out there. Doesn't matter." You know what I mean? And he sent his ass home, and now he get here getting mad, throwing stuff. Oh, my kids think I'm a loser because you play like one.
Yeah, even TJ took a double take back. If you saw that when he threw his helmet, I was like, "Ooh, we're beyond that, dude. Grow up." You know what? Yeah, but yeah, and then Carmen. Kellyanne.
Oh my God! My psychic told me I had 5 weeks to go. Well, you guess what?
The dog one or hers?
Hey, leave Hogwarts alone. Okay.
Yeah.
So who all went home, Cactus?
So the people who went home was Brandon, Kellyanne, and then we had Amanda, Mark, Catie, and Polly.
What do you think
No,
of when he
Reese
pulled?
and Leroy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry. I forgot how much he was a loser. I forgot he was there because I felt like he didn't even show up. Leroy, I'm talking to you. I love you, but you are a disappointment.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mama.
Yeah. But so TJ tells them, have a good night. And what happens? They don't send them away.
Yeah,
that never happens.
I thought maybe I said there's
Redemption
too many
house?
people that have a redemption house is what I thought. I said there's too many people and they didn't have that. They gave them some kind of, which we talked about last week, Catie, how Laurel won because they were able to give her stars, and we didn't like that. And that kind of feels like they took a page out of the All Stars book by, hey, we're going to give you everybody certain points, and then that's what becomes a they call it the karma thing, or you won't do how you treat people, but it's 39 seasons. Everybody got some kind of history here.
Everybody's
so they're going to go for their friends and go for the people they hate.
Yeah, you got friends, you got enemies, but how are you no, that's not the challenge. That's not normally part of it. And I don't like the aspect of it. So we'll see.
No, I definitely know. I've heard some things that it is a very significant thing, and it's definitely going to make a big difference in the game, which I'm like, just don't. But they did it. Hopefully it's the last time they do it. Maybe it's just for 40 because I guess they want to do a bunch of different stuff, but don't. Just don't.
I definitely think they're going to do it again. I think it's going to be every week, at least for this season. I think it's going to be every single week.
Oh, yeah. But hopefully not in future seasons will they continue this stupidness. So, but yeah. Well, do you guys have anything left to say about this episode? We had some great views.
I will say that so far the people we picked, Catie, didn't go home. So.
At least we got that going for us.
So I'm
glad you wrote those down.
I liked it. It was a good episode. It was different the way that they did it. So I'm always open to that, but I'm not feeling the karma points thing. But good episode. Much better than last season. I wasn't even engaged in last season 39 at all.
No, you were. No, tell the truth. I said, are we doing a season? You said, I really don't really feel this one. we didn't even do a season. Or no, did we start and didn't do it? I don't think we did it. We didn't do it at all. So we haven't done one.
We thought about it for one episode, and then we just was like, it's no.
Yeah,
it's a no.
just wasn't something for us.
Well, and then they changed it off of Paramount.
Yeah.
So people didn't even get to finish watching that season.
Mm-hmm.
It was
definitely
bad.
hard to watch it between the two networks. And the time and having that, and we even talked about that before, is just keep it here. I get on Paramount you can use the foreign filth language, and I get that, and I'm okay with that. And if you pay for apps like I do, it's pretty cool not to have the commercials come on there. It's definitely hard for me watching it live because I don't watch commercials any longer, because everything I have outside of watching wrestling or sports, I don't have commercials. Everything is I pay for ad-free everything. So it definitely took a toll on me doing that. You know what I mean? But overall, I love, again, for me, I love episodes like this because I love all action and less.
It was all action.
And it was definitely all action.
Yes.
What did our baby think about the episode?
Stop crying. Stop crying, Cara. Okay, I'm not done. I'm done.
Awesome.
Good episode, though.
Good episode.
Well, last week, Shay, you wasn't here, so before we got out of here, Cactus and I picked our favorite eras we thought we wanted to win, and people we thought from that era we wanted to win and we thought would win.
Yes.
Okay. Who do you want to win from what era, and what era is your favorite era?
Okay, so I'm gonna say my favorite era first. So my favorite era is, I gotta say 3, because that's Kayla, Tori. That's they have a special place in my heart. That's the best way I can say. Who I want to win, I gotta go with my girl Laurel, because Laurel's always been good to me. She's a really, really sweet person, despite what she's edited like. Any interactions I've ever had with her, she's a very, very nice person. So I definitely want her to.
She's a vet. She's a new vet. Mm-hmm. She's a badass.
Don't play.
Awesome.
So there it is. So every week we're gonna play this game. I'm mad they don't have an MTV game this year like they had the last couple of seasons. I went right to the page on purpose because I was competing. I mean, I wasn't winning, but I was competing. You know, with the others on there for who's going home. But I like to see Corey do something. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he's gonna win because he plays as we say in wrestling term, he plays a chicken shit game. But you know, Stella always says, "I hate a chicken shit hill." Corey's like a chicken shit hill. You know what I mean? He's just playing the backdrop. But I always still gave him credit for when him and Nelson would go after the big guys. So I don't think he's afraid of anybody. It's just that he's in that without having a girlfriend, he's by himself. And typically, like they said, they isolated because they're lovers. You have no lover, and you're still kind of isolated. Who is your true friend here, Corey? You know, I mean, that's the problem.
It used to be him and Nelson. I mean, that was his ride or die. So.
And I definitely think that CT is put on the Mike Knoxxx dad bod weight. Okay, if I see him pull this shirt down one more time.
No CT notes. What is it? Pro tip.
There's no CT pro tip.
No CT pro tip. I really hope they continue that. We'll see.
I love CT.
Yeah.
Well,
he's universally loved.
Any final words, Captain?
No, I'm just excited to see how this season unfolds and go over it with you guys.
I'm with you. I'm excited. Any final words, Cactus Catie, for this episode?
No, other than I'm so glad that Shay is back. The team is together, and we are going to have a great season. Yes.
Hey, I am happy to be a part of it. I'm happy Shay reached out to let's do it again. And I appreciated it. I went to my wife as soon as you hit me because this is typically my bay night. Everybody knows if you've been around on Pop Review, I don't do nothing on Wednesdays. So up until this point, she already texted me like, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet?" You know what I mean? So I'm on my way, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and I give her thanks for letting me come do this with you ladies. So because she knows how much I love it and love talking about it as well. So as soon as Cap reached out, I was like, hell yeah. And then found out that Cactus, she hit me on Instagram, was like, "Oh, I didn't know you'd like that too. That's my show. I love it." Right? You already saw Vinny pop backstage like 3 times, like, because he can't, like, "Oh my God, where's our third?" Listen, you and Dan can hold down the wrestling side. Okay.
Right?
All right. Stop.
I'm like, start,
Okay.
dude. Go on. I'll be right there.
We need
All
Cactus,
right.
Katie.
It's reality TV time. The real reality TV, right?
But yes, no, I'm heading over to the wrestling side. You guys can catch me over on the AEW Dynamite review.
Yep. So listen, guys, other shows here. We have 2 spicy audibles, every scandal things, and the audible book, the book review here with the ladies here holding it down every single week. We also have here on Unpop Review, we got the Godfather discussion coming up. We've had Heat. We had the Irishman. We just got finished doing the Bubba Fett doing their one-shots, okay, with the Drunken Recap crew. Listen, a lot of things here on Unpop Review. Earlier today, also, we had the husband and wife review show. My wife and I did our show. We did Bel Air season 3. We have a lot of things here on the network. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe, and share. Most importantly, so we can continue to bring you content. We've been here for a long time, and we're only getting better. It's like fine wine, except for I don't like red wine, gives me a headache. But other than that, ladies, it's been nice seeing you guys again. I'll see you next week. Audience, we thank you. We thank you. And we are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.